Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are doing a in-depth makeup tutorial on how I get my skin, how I get my makeup to look so glowy, because that's honestly my #1 asked question in my comments. Every time I post anything, you guys always ask me what products I use, and I always do makeup videos on TikTok and stuff, and I always share my skincare and just all the makeup that I've been using recently, but still that's the #1 question. So I was like, you know what? I think I need to make like a really in-depth video explaining to you guys like step by step every single product that I use, from skin prep all the way to like the actual makeup that I use. So let's get ready. Let me put you guys on to some of my favorite products that I have been loving recently. I am gonna confess something right now. I am a product whore. Like I literally am always trying new things. I love trying new things. Like once something finishes, I'm like, okay, what's next? Like I want to try something new. Like I don't maintain the same products, but my routine always stays the same. Like the steps that I do my makeup in and like just the products that I tend to go towards are always the same products. The only thing that changes is like the brand, if you will. So we're gonna do some skin prep. We're gonna get ready together. I'm gonna show you guys literally step by step every single product that contributes to my makeup routine and how I get my makeup to look so smooth, so glowy all the time. So yeah, let's get ready and let's get started. Okay, as you can see, I have no makeup on right now, and I did my skincare a little bit earlier after I showered, but I want to talk about skin prep because I always get asked. I swear that's my #1 question is like, what do you use on your skin? How do you keep your skin so glowy? Or like, how do you get your makeup to look so glowy? Now, you guys know I'm all about hydration because I have a really dry skin, so all of my skincare and makeup revolves around hydration, and I'm all about glowy skin, glowy makeup. I absolutely love glowy makeup. So let me show you guys everything that I use. Before I do my makeup, I pretty much always do my skincare before, because I feel like if your skin is prepped, your makeup is just always gonna come out good. Like I swear, it's really hard to have a bad makeup day if your skin looks really good and hydrated underneath the makeup. For the most part, I keep it really simple and just keep my skin hydrated. Like that's pretty much all I'm gonna do. So let me put you guys on to some of my favorite products that I use like literally every day that are a must for skin prep. So after you cleanse your skin with whatever cleanser you like, I always recommend using a toner, because for me personally, I like hydrating toners. So I feel like that's what really gives my skin like an extra boost of hydration besides my serum and my moisturizer. So I feel like toners help out so much. I used to never use toner, to be honest, but as of recently I've been like toner obsessed, and I have a few that I would recommend. So I have talked about this Glow Recipe one. This one is kind of like an exfoliating toner, but it gives you the nicest glow. So I kind of switch off. Sometimes I'll use this one and sometimes I'll use like just a hydrating toner. So for hydrating toners, I really like the Fresh one. I've been using this one ever since I got it in PR, and I really like it. As you can see, I've been using it a lot, so yeah, definitely recommend this one. And another one that I recently tried is the Peach Slices one. This is the most affordable out of all of them. This one is the Snail Rescue from Peach Slices, and this one has 95% snail mucin. So this is so good, and it honestly gives your skin the nicest glow. So if you're looking for an inexpensive option, this is a really good one. But besides toner, I feel like hyaluronic acid is a must, so I always use hyaluronic acid. Honestly, the brand doesn't matter. I have a lot of favorites. I really like the La Roche one, L'Oreal one, the Kiehl's one is also really good. So honestly, the brand doesn't matter just as long as it's a hyaluronic acid. Like right now, I'm using this one from Vichy. It's the Mineral 89, and it has hyaluronic acid in it, so I've been using that one recently because I ran out of all my other ones. So yeah, like I said, the brand doesn't matter just as long as you have a hyaluronic acid to hydrate and plump your skin. I feel like that makes the biggest difference if you want your skin to look nice and glowy. And then what else? Oh, and then for moisturizer, when I'm doing moisturizer before makeup, I want my moisturizer to be super lightweight. I don't want anything too rich, too heavy, because then that's gonna weigh down the makeup. So honestly, I really like watery, like gel moisturizers for underneath makeup. So the one that I've been using recently is this one from Fresh. As you can see, I'm almost out. Juan and I have been using this recently because I got it in PR and I really like it. So I've been using this one underneath makeup, but I always change my products. Like I feel like when people ask me like what I use, I always have a different answer because I'm constantly trying new things. I'm constantly buying new things. And whenever I run out of something, I'm like, oh, I'm bored. I want to try something else. Like I just genuinely love trying new things. But even though I love trying new things and I'm constantly changing products, I feel like the routine is still the same. The ingredients, the steps, everything is the same. It's just the brand that changes. So as long as you have a hydrating toner, hyaluronic acid, doesn't matter the brand, and like a very lightweight moisturizer, then you're good, girl. That's all you're gonna need, especially if you have dry skin like me. I feel like that's honestly what I recommend and my way to keep it simple, to not like overwhelm you guys with like a lot of product. If your skin is nice, clean, and prepped, then you're good. You're ready to do your makeup. So let's move on to makeup. And if you want to take it an extra step, you can always use a hydrating spray right before you start doing primer and start like actually doing your makeup. Sometimes I feel like my skin is nice and hydrated, but I just want like an extra boost, like an extra glow. So I'll go in with a hydrating mist. You can use like a rose spray or just any hydrating mist. I really like the Laneige one. That's the one that I use when I want like an extra boost of hydration before my makeup. So yeah, but that's like if you want like extra hydration, extra glow, but it's not like a must. Okay, so now let's get started with makeup, because I feel like skin has a lot to do with makeup, but now let's actually get into the makeup part. I always do the same makeup look, honestly, and like I said, I use the same routine. I just use different products, but I want to put you guys on to all the products that I use to achieve like that glowy makeup look that actually lasts, because I feel like sometimes glowy products look very good and they don't last, like they kind of disappear or they break away. So you have to find the perfect balance between having a glowy makeup look, but then at the same time having something that lasts, so you don't have to worry about touching up or like worrying about it fading or looking bad throughout the day. Because honestly, once I do my makeup, I do not touch up at all. Like I'm just out and about, I do what I need to do, and I don't have to worry about like touching up or anything like that, because I make sure I set it really nicely, but I still maintain the glow. Oh my god, I feel like I haven't done a makeup video on YouTube in a while, and I was kind of fiending for it. Like I really wanted to do a makeup look, so I asked you guys on Instagram if I should do like a glowy makeup video or if I should do an updated Q&A, which I still want to do an updated Q&A, but the majority of people wanted a makeup video, and which I was so down for because I just miss doing my makeup with you guys on here. But yeah, I'm gonna do like the boring stuff like my brows, and I think I want to do like a winged liner today, because I always do my makeup the same. So I'm like, you know what, today I'm gonna change it up a little bit and do like a little winged liner. So I'm gonna do like all that boring stuff, and we'll get into the base routine stuff. So yeah, let me go do all that boring stuff and I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm all done with the eyes. I used the Milani black matte eyeliner for my wing, and then I use these lashes from Shein. I wish I knew which ones they were, because I ordered a few pairs and they're not labeled. They have no name, no anything. So there's literally no way of me knowing which ones they are, and I only have one pair left after this one. So I'm so sad because I wish I knew which ones they were, because I actually ended up really liking them. But yeah, I got my little Shein lashes on, so now it's time to move on. So now it's time to move on to the base makeup. So before I put on foundation, I always go in with a primer, and if you guys have been following me for a while, you know I always use 2 primers. So I like to use like a hydrating / dewy primer for my overall face, because I feel like that just helps make my makeup look even more glowy underneath. But I do tend to get oily like around my nose and like my forehead area like throughout the day. So in order to keep my makeup long lasting, I like to go in with a pore primer or a mattifying primer around those areas, and that's why I use 2 primers, because I can get away with the glowy makeup without having to worry about it falling apart throughout the day. I have a few that I like, but right now I've been using the ColourPop No Filter for my T-zone. I like this one, and I also really like the matte primer from L'Oreal. I use that one sometimes as well. So I'll just put in this one around my forehead, my nose, and even my chin. So those are the areas where makeup tends to disappear faster. So if you prime it really nicely, that's how you prevent it from breaking apart throughout the day. So I have 2 primers that I've been loving recently. I have the Bobbi Brown one and also the Fenty Beauty one. This Fenty one is the Soft Silk Pro Filter Hydrating Primer, because I know they have different ones, but this one from Fenty is really good. It's really hydrating. And then this one is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base from Bobbi Brown. I don't know if you guys remember when I opened this in PR, and I've literally been using this one every single day because it's just so good. Just like to put that pretty much on the rest of my face, and look at how hydrating it is. It almost feels like a moisturizer, but yeah, this one is so good, and I feel like this is like the perfect primer. And like I said, I've been using this literally every single day. Like I'm obsessed with this one. I feel like having a good primer goes hand in hand with prepping your skin with skincare before doing your makeup. Like, it's super important to prime your face. I know some people are like, oh, I don't believe in primer, and I'm like, girl, I could not do my makeup without primer. Like, it's been like very few times where I'll forget and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot to put primer, and I can already tell like half of the day my makeup is like so oily right here and it's like breaking apart like around my lips and stuff. So I'm like, I can just tell. It makes the biggest difference. So literally prime your skin and thank me later. Okay, I have a lot of different foundations that I absolutely love that I use all the time. So let me put you guys on. So one of the first ones that I always talk about is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This is so good. This is more on the high-end side, so for sure it's worth the money. It's worth the investment. I will repurchase this literally over and over once I run out because this is such a good foundation. This one definitely has a dewy finish, but it just makes my skin look so good every single time. Like, if I want my makeup to look good, I'm gonna use the NARS one. Like, it's just a given. And then I have a lot of other ones that I also really like. And then I also really ended up liking the Makeup by Mario foundation. I've heard so many mixed reviews from this one, but I'm almost out. I have a little bit left, and I actually ended up liking this one for me personally. So I feel like I definitely would repurchase that one. This one has a lot of glitters, like you can see in the bottle. So this one definitely makes your skin really glowy, really dewy, but a little bit goes a long way. You definitely don't need to put like a bunch on your face because with just a little bit, it makes your makeup look so good. So I really like that one. And then some other options. This one is the Fenty Skin Tint. So if you don't want a heavy foundation, but you still want a little bit of coverage, this skin tint from Fenty is so good. So lightweight, but it still gives a little bit of coverage. And then it also makes your makeup look really glowy. So this is a really good one for people that don't want something too heavy. And then the Bobbi Brown one I have been using a lot this summer because this one actually balances out a lot. Like, when it's really hot outside and you want something that's really gonna last, that is not gonna like if you sweat and stuff, it's not gonna come off. This one is really good and also has SPF. So this one I have been using a lot this summer because of how long lasting it is. So whenever I'm using this one is not like, it's not matte, but it's also not dewy. It's just like an in-between. So when I'm using this one, I like to go in with something really glowy underneath, and then it balances out the foundation. It makes it look so good. So I really like this one for longevity. The last one that I'm gonna put you guys onto is the Wet n Wild one. This is the dewy foundation because I know they have a matte version as well, but this one is only $6. So if you're looking for a drugstore alternative that I love, that I've used for a really long time, I've repurchased this as well. This is such a good inexpensive option, and this one, since it is the dewy version, it really does make your makeup look so dewy, so good. All you need is like a really good setting powder so that it lasts all day. But yeah, this is a great inexpensive option. I think today I'm definitely gonna go in with the NARS one because I haven't used this one in a while. Like I said, I'm always using new products, and you guys always ask me like, what makeup do you use? Like, what makeup do you use? And I use a lot of different kinds. Like, I honestly just switch it up and I keep them in rotation. But all of the foundations I showed you guys are foundations that I've loved, that I would definitely repurchase, that I recommend, especially for dewy makeup. For my skin type, I feel like dewy makeup just complements me the best because it makes me look hydrated, glowy. Like, do you see how nice and glowy this foundation is? Like, I'm obsessed. This is seriously one of my favorite foundations. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with color corrector for my dark circles. I'm almost out of this one from e.l.f. It's so inexpensive and I actually ended up really liking it. So I'm for sure gonna repurchase because there's almost like nothing left in there. But color corrector is a must for me because I have really dark circles. And then for concealer, I think I'm just gonna use my go-to, the e.l.f. one. You guys know the hydrating one specifically is like my favorite concealer ever. I do have other ones, but I feel like I always pick this one up the most. And I'm almost out of this one as well. Like, what is going on? I'm running out of everything. I love how good this concealer covers up my dark circles, but then it also gives me like a very bright under eye. Okay, moving on to bronzer and blush. I feel like liquid products are a must if you're trying to achieve a glowy makeup look, especially because honestly, I haven't used powdered products in a long time. Like, I haven't used powder bronzer or like powder blush in a really long time. And I feel like cream / liquid products just kind of give me the glow that I want to maintain for my looks. So I just always go towards cream products. And then the bronzer that I use is the ColourPop Soul Body Bronzer. This one's in the shade medium. And honestly, you guys, this is such a bomb bronzer. Like, I know a lot of brands have a similar product, but this one is so inexpensive. And I wish they sold it in stores, but I get this one online. So if you're looking for a good cream bronzer, this ColourPop one is literally 10 out of 10. Like, I have been using using this every single day, and it literally looks like I barely touched it. Like, there's so much product in here, so you definitely get your money's worth. Like, it's literally under $20 and there's so much product in here. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with blush. So I have been loving this one from Shein. I've repurchased it already because I ran out. So this one is so lightweight, so natural, and this is a liquid blush, and this one's in the shade Love Cake. Literally obsessed. I use this one almost every single day. Where's my brush? Like, look at how pretty this is. And I feel like if you only use cream products, like, everything is just glowing. Like, everything complements each other. It's so easy to work with. To set my face, I actually use 2 powders because I'm extra like that. So I like to use a pink powder underneath my eyes because, like I said, I have really dark circles, so I feel like the pink powder really helps like brighten the under eye, and it helps kind of cover up the dark circles even more. So for the pink powder, I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty one. This one is so good in the shade Cupcake. It's always sold out for a reason because it's bomb. Like, I absolutely love this powder. And then for the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop setting powder. I have been loving this one recently. Like, I literally didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I do, but I actually really like it. And I got this one at Ulta, and I feel like this one makes my face look so smooth, and it makes my makeup last all day. So definitely recommend if you haven't tried the ColourPop setting powder. But yeah, first I'm gonna set my under eyes with this pink one. And now that I put the pink powder under my eyes, I'm gonna finish setting the rest of my face. So because I use like cream products on my cheeks, I'm not gonna directly set them. I'm just gonna set like my forehead. Everybody does this differently, but this is what works for me. I like to set my forehead with the ColourPop one, my chin, and then I'll kind of cut a line right here, but I don't directly put the powder on top of the blush and stuff. Oh my god, it looks so scary. This looks crazy. Yeah, I'll kind of carve out my cheeks a little bit, and then I'll set like my nose. I will set, because if I don't, I feel like my nose is the #1 thing that I have to put powder on, because if I don't, my makeup is literally just gonna come off. I tend to get oily around my nose like towards the end of the day, so I have to make sure I set it really nicely, like on the sides, and even right here I will put like the remainder powder that is on the little powder puff. And I absolutely love setting my face with these little powder puffs from Amazon. Like, literally these are the best. And I also don't like to bake. Like, I don't leave the powder sitting on my face too long at all. Like, literally the second I'm done with the little powder puff, I'll literally take it off immediately with a brush. I feel like if you bake, it turns your makeup into like a matte makeup look, and I don't want that. I still want to set my face. I want it to last all day, but I want to maintain as much of the glowy stuff that I put on as possible. So you still have to set it, otherwise it's just gonna disappear. Wiping this off. I feel like I look so white right now with all the powder. Yeah, just wipe it all off. And once I'm done wiping off all the powder that I put on with the remaining product that's on my brush, I'll lightly tap over the blush and the bronzer that's on my cheeks. So I won't directly set it with the puff, but I will go over it just a little bit so it sets in place, but it still maintains like the glow and the color that's on there. Okay, this next step is honestly the most important. After skincare, this step is literally the must. It's a must. I could never skip this step ever, because this makes the biggest difference. So after I set my face with the powder, it looks powdery, right? Because you just put powder on. But I don't want my face to look powdery. I don't want it to look matte. I don't want it to look dry. I want to kind of give back some of the hydration that I had underneath the powder. So I'm going to spray it with a fixing spray. This fixing spray is from MAC. It's honestly my favorite one. I've repurchased this so many times. This one specifically is the rose one. They have like different scents that you can get, like they have like coconut, lavender, all that stuff. But I really like this one because it's pink. So no matter which one you get, they're the same formula. So honestly, get you the MAC Fix Plus. This is such a good product. And this one is not a setting spray. This one is more of like a fixing spray. So if you want to refresh your makeup or just give back some of that hydration, it's gonna help you get that, but it's not gonna be a setting spray. So I like to go in with this one after my powder and just watch. It makes your makeup melt into the skin, and it just gets rid of that powdery look. I always talk about this, so you have to do this if you want like a glowy makeup. Little fan moment. Okay, do you see that? Like, do you see how smooth my makeup looks now? After I did the spray, like, it just makes everything come together, and it just looks so good every single time. So if you haven't tried putting a fixing spray on top of your powder, you must. You just absolutely must. Okay, so off camera, really quickly, I just filled in the rest of my brows, and then I went in with a little bit of under eye mascara to complete the rest of my makeup. And now we're gonna go in with highlighter. So in my pictures on Instagram, girl, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me right now, _Ailyn Matias. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I always do like a little side profile vibe, or like I always just like to show like my cheeks because of the glow. So highlighter is a must, girl, okay? I'm always gonna be a highlighter girly because I just love glowy makeup. So I feel like highlighter is a must. Like I probably will never stop using highlighter, to be honest. But the one that I've been using lately is the Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive highlighter. This is such an OG product. Like it literally takes me back to 2016 makeup. But this is just such a good highlighter, and I got it on sale at Ulta like a while ago and I still have it. It looks like I've barely touched it, but I literally use it like every single day, and a little bit goes a long way. Like the second you put this on your skin, it just looks so good. And I like that this one doesn't leave like a streaky powdery look. It just honestly melts into your makeup and it makes it look like you're glowing from within. And I really like the color too. Like some highlighters are too dark or like too gold for my skin tone, but this one I feel like looks really, really good. So this is honestly one of my favorites. And the fact that I got it on sale too, I was like, oh my god. Okay, let's do a lip combo really quick. I'm gonna go in with one of my favorites. This is a Milani lip liner in the shade Saucy Toffee. I'm always wearing nude lipstick. Like that's honestly a go-to. It's a staple for me. I have a really hard time doing color on the lips, so I'm just always in a nude lip combo, whether it's matte or glossy. But I think today we're gonna do glossy just to like emphasize the little glowy makeup look that we have going on. Recently, I've been loving darker lip liners and then just using a really light shade to fill it in the middle. Let's try this one. Okay, this one is from e.l.f. It's in the shade Dirty Talk. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in the middle, and then I'm gonna go in with this Sephora gloss. I haven't used this one in a while, but this is like such a juicy lip gloss. This one is in the shade number 2. Like, look at that. This is so bomb. And then of course, if you want your makeup to last, you have to use a setting spray. So I have been absolutely loving this one from Sephora. It's not as expensive as other brands, and it's actually really good at making your makeup last all day. This is the makeup setting spray from the Sephora brand, and I'm almost done with it. I've been using it like every single time I do my makeup. Ooh. Fan time. And I'm all done. I haven't done my hair in a really long time. Like this is the first time I have curled it in a while. I've just been having it up. Okay, so if you ever watch my videos, if you ever see my pictures on Instagram, this is the makeup that I'm wearing. Sometimes I'm not wearing eyeliner, of course, but for the most part, like this is the routine. This is the makeup that I always wear. I have like a pillow right here. Literally, this is a makeup that I'm always in. If anything changes, it's the brand of the product, but the routine stays the same. The steps stay the same, and that's pretty much it. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like that's my #1 highly asked question, is like what my makeup routine is. As much as I do makeup videos, as much as I tell you guys what makeup products I use and what skincare products I use, you guys always ask me, how do you get your makeup to look so dewy? How do you make your makeup look so glowy? Like, how are you always glowing? Like, everything is about the glow. So this is literally step by step, breaking it down, putting you guys onto some of my favorite products, because that's literally my #1 question in my comments, is always, how do I get my makeup to look so glowy? And obviously, like when you're taking pictures, like golden hour, like the sun, the lighting has a lot to do with it, but the makeup, this is the makeup, okay? This is what I always use. This is what I always do. But like I said, I'm a product whore, you guys. I love trying new products, so I don't always use the same product, but the routine does stay the same. And so that's why I showed you guys all the products that I have been loving recently, because it's multiple things that I kind of just keep in rotation. So I just had to put you guys on to some of my favorite products that make my makeup look glowy like this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We just hit 800 subscribers and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get to 1,000. I haven't been doing YouTube for that long, but honestly, every like, every comment, every subscriber means the world to me, because YouTube takes a lot more time and effort than like TikTok or Instagram or anything like that, and I'm new to YouTube. So thank you guys so much for all the love. It really does mean a lot to me, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.